So now on to Bristol. Concrete, half-mile, high-banked racetrack. We bring the intermediate aero package here. NASCAR keeps that for Dover and Bristol because the center corner speeds are so high. They left the downforce in the cars here. It's back to the package we had at Vegas, but there's a caveat to it. We could run in the damp racetrack, right?
Yeah, and I think the key is a damp racetrack, but the caveat, unlike road courses, where NASCAR kind of lets the teams make a decision either to put the wet weather tires on or not, NASCAR will say, okay, everybody put wet weather tires on, everybody take wet weather tires off, because you know there's a speed discrepancy, and at a half-mile racetrack with probably 36 cars, the high bank concrete, they'd just be driving over the top of each other.
Yeah, it's a great call to just make that call for the teams and put it forward. Hopefully we don't have to deal with any of that. We've got sunshine and good clear weather. Love that we're going back, much like you, love that we're going back to concrete. I love the fact that I get to have a race that I build a notebook for my playoff race coming back. And it's a great place. You see guys all the way up the top. When the rubber gets up there, the bottom works pretty well too. It's a good racetrack.
So, like you just heard, no short track package at an actual short track, but there's a reason for that. High banking, heavy loads on the cars. With that in mind, though, what should we expect out of drivers and teams?
Yeah, same tire and the same package we went with last year, so the Chevrolets are the only ones with the same car. So keep talking about notebooks. Their notebooks should be a little bit thicker than the Fords and the Toyotas. Saw the Toyotas dominate last week, but different package. That being said, this is where Denny Hamlin beat all your favorite drivers last year, so I'm excited.
I think about Bristol, and I just think about all the challenges, mentally and physically for the drivers, and then for the teams too. Specifically, pit road is a hard one, so I do not envy your position this weekend.
Well, that all starts when you unload, right? Having a solid practice effort leads you right into qualifying. Getting a good qualifying lap sets you up with a great pit stall. Let's hear what the drivers have to say about pit road here in Bristol.
Turning off the banking is not easy. It's just such a flat. Turning on the asphalt, which has less grip than the concrete does. And then it's just very, very slow. And then the time over distance for the corner part, if you cut the distance, you're going to have a faster time. So there's nothing to really go off of other than I feel the banking going up. So I can feel my right side tires going up and down the banking. That's my cue that I'm in the right spot.
Pit road is full of games. So we have the radius under yellow flag conditions where you have to run around, I believe that's turns 3 and 4. So you're trying to maximize your pit road speeds. And so you're accelerating in the corner, and then you have to decel whenever you get back to the straightaway. Pit road's really tight, so it's hard to get a good pit stall with an opening in or opening out. And yeah, it's easy to get blocked in and very hectic for sure.
So we just started to touch on it, but pit road, very challenging here, specifically for the drivers. Two different things you have to do, whether you're under caution or green. Under caution, you have to do the whole length, so both sides of pit road. Under green, you come in on your side. So that's one of the big things that pops out to me. But as a crew member for you, pit road, what's your oh my gosh?
Well, it's just so tight, so if you don't get a good qualifying effort, there's not a lot of openings at Bristol at all, and it's kind of the corners, the first pit stall, the last pit stall on the front stretch, and then vice versa on the back stretch. So if you don't get a great pit stall, guys, a lot of guys are on a lead lap, you have to take care of your equipment. You got people coming around you. You got to stop short, stop long. And if you roll your tire and it gets a little bit too far away, I mean, that's a quick penalty there. So it's a place you don't want to set yourself behind, but you also have to be aggressive because track position is key.
The boxes seem really tight too, so easy to make a mistake whether you're a driver or a crew member.
Everything is tight, yeah, and you just have to learn to deal with it. Everybody there is gonna have to deal with it at some point in the day unless you qualify on the pole. So you can put your big boy pants on and get a pit road at Bristol.